everybody. How are we doing tonight, huh? Hang on, let me do this real quick. Gotta change my microphone. There we go. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with a very special little news live stream for you guys tonight. Now, you know there's a lot to talk about when I do a news live stream instead of just doing it in a video. Usually, when news comes out, I do it in a video, but not when there's a lot to talk about. So, as you can tell by the title, the main topics: the Browns hired a new offensive line coach as well as a new assistant O line coach. And then the Browns just went out and completely swept NFL honors tonight. Beautiful stuff. And then possible new stadium. Interesting. Talk about that in a minute. But anyways, let's start off with talking about our new offensive line coaches. All right. First off, we got from Albert Breer. This came from yesterday, but of course, I didn't have internet yesterday because I guess there was a car accident or something and it knocked out internet to the whole area. It wasn't just me that was affected. The whole freaking area by where I live got affected, I guess. But hey, it is what it is. But yesterday, according to Albert Breer, and I quote, sources, the Browns are hiring ex-Seattle O-line coach Andy Dickerson as their new offensive line coach. Dickerson, who also spent time with the Rams under Sean McVay, replaces Bill Callahan in Cleveland. Dickerson interviewed for the Browns OC job last month. I believe I talked about that in a video. A lot of Browns fans were kind of puzzled. Like, why did we interview him to be the OC? Well, it actually was to possibly be the new O-line coach because when Brian Callahan got hired by the Titans, we just knew that Bill was probably going to follow him. Yeah. At first, it didn't seem like he was going to. But then recently, yeah, we're like, you know what, Bill? Go be with your son. Yeah. I mean, I think Kevin even made a little joke saying, heh, now Brian gets to boss his dad around. That'll be interesting. Now, the most interesting hire, of course, was actually what happened earlier today, as according to Tom Withers, and I quote, Browns are hiring Roy Istvan, Eagles' assistant offensive line coach, to work with Andy Dickerson. Istvan spent the past 5 seasons with Philly, working with center Jason Kelsey, among others. So there you go. We got 2 coaches from 2 very good teams who had solid offensive lines last year. The Seattle O-line was really good despite the fact they had some injuries to deal with. They were pretty good. And of course, the Eagles had notoriously one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. I mean, Istvan was working with Jeff Stoutland, who up there with Bill Callahan were 2 of the best offensive line coaches, or they are 2 of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL. Yeah, so Istvan definitely learned some things under Stoutland. Of course, Scott Peters, he went to go to New England, which is crazy considering it's like, wow, they're hiring our coaches, right? I think they hired a couple of them too. And then, last but not least, of course, Dickerson is replacing Bill Callahan, who left to join his son Brian's staff in Tennessee. Good stuff. Now, real quick, looking at Istvan's background, pretty extensive. He's 50 years old, 55, excuse me, born December 27th. Wow, in Connecticut. As a coach, started off with Southern Connecticut in 1990, before I was even born. This dude was out here coaching. How about that? As a grad assistant for about, 6 seasons. And then he went to, he became the offensive coordinator for another, 5 seasons? Yeah, 5 seasons right there. And then he went to Buffalo for 3 seasons, 2001, 2, and 3. Run game coordinator and offensive line coach. And then he became their offensive coordinator for 2 seasons. And then he went to Milford Academy for 2 seasons to be their offensive coordinator. So as you can see, he was bouncing around like crazy. And then He went to Rhode Island for a season to be their O-line coach. And then he became their assistant head coach and offensive line coach from 2009 to 2013. And then he became their OC from 2011 to 2013. So they added that job to his resume. And then he went to Cornell. Oh, wow, another Ivy League. Okay, cool. We love Ivy League guys. We love them. But yeah, offensive coordinator, offensive line coach with Cornell. Then he went to Kaiser. I looked that up. That's actually a college. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he was the assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, and offensive line coach. Damn, that's a lot on his plate. And then of course he went to Philadelphia in 2019 to be their assistant offensive line coach, and he was there up until last year. By the way, Wandale Dingleberry, 14 months, over a year and 2 months, with the highlighted with the I guess the membership comment. Browns 2025 Super Bowl champions, book it. Your lips to God's ears, my guy. Straight up. Good to see you again. Yeah, I see the people in the chat talking about NFL honors today. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. But in case you haven't heard, we swept that ish. We were nominated for 4 awards tonight. Okay? Assistant coach of the year, coach of the year, defensive player of the year, and comeback player of the year. And we swept all 4 of them suckers. We pissed a lot of people off too. And I love it. But yeah, before the awards show even started, Jim Schwartz, assistant coach of the year. How about that, huh? I remember when we hired him, a lot of people were like, ooh, I don't know about that. Because a lot of people wanted Flores at the time. Remember that? We all remember that, right? We all wanted Flores. But man, oh man, what a blessing it was to get Jim Schwartz, man. He turned this defense into a bunch of animals, and I love it. But now can we build off of that? I'm excited, right? Right, Green Eggs? Come on now. Yeah. But yeah, that was right before the show started. First award that we heard about, I believe, was actually Defensive Player of the Year. And of course, Myles Garrett won it. And it's funny because TJ Watt tweeted something out before the show really even started. And it's like, yo, this dude already mad? I don't even think he was there. Some people actually said he wasn't even there at the award show. It's like, okay. Micah Parsons, who was also nominated, was out here essentially like going to bat for Myles, talking about, stats and everything, and, stop reading stats, and it's not all about stats. But yeah, Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year, his first ever. And of course, when he was accepting the award, he put a little LeBron James saying, this is for you, and we bringing another trophy next year. I'm hoping. Yeah. And then a little while after that, we got Coach of the Year. And you already know Kevin or Steven Stefanski. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. Kevin Stefanski won it again, early over D'Amico Ryans. And I'll be honest, those two, Garrett and Kevin, I was kind of expecting. Jim, I wasn't sure. Joe Flacco winning comeback player of the year. That got people talking. Because they're like, yo, what did he come back from? Being on the couch and playing for the Jets. To mention, the dude had a resurgence. And then essentially our injuries caught up to us. It is what it is. He was doing so well. We had freaking Browns fans on Twitter talking about we should bring him back next year. I would definitely bring him back as a backup next year. Oh, for sure. I would love to have a quarterback room of Deshaun, Joe, and DTR. That would be that'd be money. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't think so. I think he's gonna want to start. I don't think he obviously wouldn't have come here if you know Deshaun didn't get hurt. Obviously, but like if we had a better starter, we wouldn't have went after him. But yeah, green eggs, go Browns, brah. Bro, that's not fair. You guys robbed my guy, TJ. Robbed? Nah. What a win. Sacks aren't everything, dude. Getting tripled, teamed on the regular, and still dominating. He was making an impact in more ways than one. We getting a dome by the airport. Facts. That's what it sounds like. Can't believe we sweep the NFL awards. Proud of our guys. Damn right. TJ a crybaby. Low key, yeah, he is. He's salty. Just like their fan base. Yeah, the Browns completely swept the awards. And then probably the low-key biggest news of the day, besides the hiring of the coaches, the Browns apparently are looking to purchase land right across the street from the airport. For reference, here's a map that I found on Twitter. The red area that you see is apparently the land that the Brown or the Haslams apparently are going to purchase. They haven't purchased it yet. That's important to note. They haven't purchased it yet, but they're trying to get an agreement done to where they can purchase the land. Now, as far as what is on the land, it's a Ford assembly plant. Yeah, my grandfather actually worked there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously, a lot of the infrastructure is gone there. They tore down a lot of the stuff. It's mainly, I think, just offices now for the Ford company. They used to have this big ass thing that they had, but they tore that all down. It had like smokestacks and everything. There would be days like where you'd go by it on the interstate, those things would just be belching smoke like crazy. Yeah, it's literally a stone's throw from the airport. And by the way, the airport, Hopkins International, is going to be getting renovations done too over the next couple of years. So there could be a lot of construction equipment down there over the next couple of years. Just imagine the tailgates that could be going down there if they were to go with this. Now, of course, a lot of people are like, but why would you take it away from downtown? That's true. Now, you know what would be another big brain thing? For those who don't know how downtown Cleveland is situated, you have Brown Stadium by the lake, right? Right next door to the Science Center and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. On the other end of the city, right, you have Burke Lakefront Airport. What if the Haslams bought this land not for the stadium, but to essentially move Burke Lakefront Airport, like an extension of Hopkins, like a more privatized airport? Yo, that's some big brain stuff. And then you put the stadium where Burke is. I don't know how they would do that. They'd probably have to dredge land and fill it in a little bit more because that's not a lot of real estate over there. Not to mention it'd be more of a walk for the people over at the Mooney lot. Even more of a nightmare. You think it'd be that much of a walk? No, it'd be even less of a walk. But just imagine the parking that if they put the stadium here. Only difference is, you don't really have the luxury of just walking over to freaking East Fourth to the bars and stuff after the game. I'm literally looking at it, looking at something right now. There's actually like shops and stuff. Oh yeah, here's the Steelyard Commons, I think. Right? Airport station. That's just airport stuff. Okay. I thought like the Steelyard Commons and stuff were over here. Oh yeah, there's like rail lines and everything over here. You have like oil refineries and oil refineries, but like steel mill around the area too. There's a lot of other stuff you could go. Well, we'll see what they decide to do. Of course, there's a lot of time before they can even think about building a stadium because the lease isn't even up yet at the current stadium. So who knows what's going to happen, right? Who knows what's going to wind up going down. But I'm sure we'll start hearing a lot of stuff. We'll know it's legit when they start sending out renderings of the stadium. I think right now they're trying to get that land bridge situated over in downtown, trying to get that whole thing done. What's up, Daniel? I'm not going to be live too much longer. I figured I'd just go live real quick, talk about this whole situation. Of course, the Browns got a new offensive line coach yesterday. They hired a new assistant offensive line coach today. And then they swept all 4 awards that they were nominated for at the NFL Honors. And then, we might have a new stadium site. Now, that's not going to be for a while. But, yeah, just something to think about, right? I mean, for all we know, the Browns might just stick around where they are. Hard to say. But yeah, this is actually in Brook Park. So yeah, for those wondering where that would be. So it'd be like on the outer outskirts of the city of Cleveland. Damn near like Middleburg Heights area, right? Very outskirts, suburbs. I mean, I remember when the Browns were first coming, or I think when the Browns were about to leave in '95, they actually had a proposal to put a stadium in Strongsville, which is one of the like closest suburbs to Cleveland. That would have been interesting, especially considering I know exactly like where that area is. Yeah, it's a fun area. It's a busy area too. So well, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. 17 minutes. If I would have done this in a legit video, this probably would have been like a 20-minute video and it would take forever to load up. So I figured I'd do it in a live stream, get it all out there now. And yeah, so Super Bowl weekend's essentially here. And I expect to hear a lot of rumors and stuff about free agency really soon. I cannot wait for free agency to start up. We're about a month away from that. I'll start doing my videos about rumors and news that I hear about free agents. Of course, I'm hoping to see some extensions too. I would love to see us do an extension or two. That would be dope. That would be amazing if I woke up one day and I saw us extend somebody. That'd put a big old smile on my face. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing videos for free agent targets like I do every year, and we'll see how many I get right. I haven't had the best record when it comes to predicting who we're going to sign. I think we only signed like 1 or 2 guys this past year, and I think it's usually like 1 or 2 guys that we sign. But I'll be doing 10 guys, of course, 5 individual videos, and then 1 video of 5 more free agent targets. So can't wait for those videos. And then, of course, if there's any rumors that come out, you already know. So I'm sure you guys can probably think of already like a couple free agent targets for the Browns. You gotta think logical too. I mean, I could easily say Mike Evans. Probably not going after him because of those lovely greenbacks. Unless we can free up enough money. But to do that, we'd have to probably get rid of some people. Make some tough decisions. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. Pretty much going 20 minutes. So yeah, this was fun. And the off season's just getting started. Oh boy. So can't wait for another fun off season. It's already February. Before you know it, it'll be May and then June. I'll be doing draft videos. Oh my god, those are gonna be fun. Before you know it, I'll be right back here doing draft reactions again. Yay! And then it'll be camp season. And then training camp will be here. Preseason. Then the regular season will be back. And I'll be right back here doing reaction streams and stuff like always. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And If I hear anything else, I'll make a video. You already know how I do it. But yeah, shout out to Quandale Dingleberry III for popping in. Member for 14 months. Member of the Diehards. Yeah. So I'll see you guys probably Saturday for Cavs and Raptors. And on Sunday, I'll be live with my guy JB Taylor on Walk Off Sports Talk for the Super Duper Bowl. And then Monday, I'll be back on this channel for Cavs and Sixers. So getting closer to the All-Star break. This is a fun ass team, man. I love this Cavs team. I love it so much. But I'll see you guys later. Go Browns. I'm Crazy Dog. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.